Welcome everyone to Stack Sats or Die Trying. This is the Bitcoin only show brought to you by the Hood, and I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. This is episode 34, I think, the Charles Barkley episode. Man, putting together a nice body of work with the Stack Sats or Die Trying podcast. Everybody listening on the audio is definitely appreciated. Listen, man, give me some feedback on this episode. I know the last episode had a lot of feedback, man. Got a lot of comments. A lot of things I appreciate. So, a lot of positive feedback. So, you get some hate too. You always got the the Bitcoin Cash folks in my comments and sending me messages. But, it is what it is, man. I love y'all anyway, man. Y'all confused souls. You dig? Listen, right now on my timeline, on the television, all across the world, everyone is talking about the U.S. election. And, this isn't one of these episodes where, I come on and talk about, what candidate I prefer. It is what it is. Like, I really don't get into the political talk online because it's kind of a waste of time, but because no one is really thinking logically, objectively. It's the Vince McMahonization of the world. People got their favorites and they ride with it. So I don't want to waste my energy with that. So, but what I do want to say is a couple things, because the conversations I see on my timeline made me think about something as it relates to Bitcoin. And that is, Bitcoin is for your enemies. That is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, but Bitcoin is for your enemies. I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. You know what I mean? So I know some of y'all, when y'all heard me bring up the election, thought I was going to, come out here and be like one of them old men, like, get off my lawn type old man, like, yo, you gotta vote because everybody,
get off my lawn, you crazy kids.
Listen, man, people did sacrifice for your right to vote, and I do take voting seriously. I am someone who believes in politics, believe it or not, even though I am a Bitcoiner. Studying money and the idea of studying money, it crosses with politics so much. There's no way you can call yourself a student of money and then ignore politics. It's just impossible to do so. And I mean that on a local level, state level, federal level. It all has an impact. Where the dollars and cents go that is generated by the government makes a difference, right? And it's funny because I had people throughout the week tell me that my vote doesn't matter, none of this counts. But then on the same token, they complain about they spent billions of dollars on this advertising. Why do you think they spend billions of dollars on advertising, right? To be able to control and write laws and rules that most people in society have to abide by. I'm not one of those crypto anarchists. Shout out to Michael Saylor. Listen, I have some leanings that are left, some that are right, some are libertarian, right? But I'm an independent thinker. Don't really care whether you agree with anything I'm saying or not. It doesn't matter because I don't have any enemies out here, man. It is what it is. I stay out the way, stack sats, mind my business, protect my family, and enjoy life. But if you absolutely believe in your heart of hearts that politics doesn't play a part in money, then you must be living in a parallel universe.
You believe in a parallel universe? I do. The shit is insane.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Where are you living at that you don't see, the correlation between economics and politics? Because it just is there, man. And again, if you don't like this episode, that's fine. You ain't saying nothing that bothers me.
Shit.
Let me see.
You ain't said nothing but a word, Negro.
So, you can skedaddle out of here. But I want to talk about the idea that Bitcoin is for your enemies. So on my timeline and looking at the people within Bitcoin tends to skew a little bit to the right, but there is a lot of progressive people who like Bitcoin as well. And I just read from both of them. I don't get into the arguments, but it's just interesting to me, the kind of fights that I see happening amongst that specific community. And people who don't understand that, whether I agree or disagree, whether it's politics, sports, with religion, whatever it may be, Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin is a protocol. Bitcoin is math. It's going to continue to move, and it doesn't care who you vote for, right? And someone will say, well, I need this person because it's going to pump my bags. Cool. If you believe that, that's fine too. I'm not arguing with that. But what you have to understand is we're talking about decentralized, censorship-resistant money. So it doesn't care whether it's your complete enemy, excuse me, someone who's coming to slaughter you and your family. If they are use Bitcoin, Bitcoin will work for them, right? And you really have to keep this in mind as you talk about Bitcoin. Don't be discouraged if you feel like it's leaning one way that you don't feel, because it kind of doesn't matter, right? I talk about Bitcoin pretty much all day. I spend time in places with people that I disagree with on a number and a myriad of issues, but doesn't affect the idea, the energy behind Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is for, why Bitcoin is used, why a lot of us believe in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be for your enemies, but the only way Bitcoin can be good money for yourself and the people you care about is if it's also for your enemies. So let me slow it down real quick. Slow it down. Let me slow it down. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it in subtitles or something.
Fuck, I need to put it in subtitle or something.
Bitcoin, to be good money for yourself and the people you care about, it has to be good money for your enemies as well, right? And, you know, it's something that you have to grasp, you have to understand as you go down the rabbit hole and continuously study. Like I always say, one of the reasons for Stack Sats or Die Trying as an independent platform out of everything else we do is because I want to help people understand Bitcoin, people from my community look like me, but I also want people just to study. If you're not from my community, but you enjoy the content, the way that I deliver it, you know, I appreciate you as well. I appreciate everybody. You know, but I just need people to understand that it's for your enemies. And if you feel like Bitcoin can be just for you and the people that have the same belief system as you, like, first of all, I hope you don't believe that. And if you do, you need to stop lying to yourself. Just stop lying, yo.
You're lying your ass off, okay? Somebody need to say it. Just stop.
It's you know, it's, come on, man. You gotta chill, okay? Because Bitcoin has to be for everyone. The idea of being censorship resistant, right? I've told the story a number of times in terms of my journey through Bitcoin and having my bank account frozen for something that I did not do and wasn't responsible for. That's why I lean towards having at least a portion of the value I create in something that's censorship resistant, which means it can't just be censorship resistant for Jimmy. It has to be censorship resistant for everybody. That includes people that I may not agree with. Like, I just may not agree with them. And here's the thing, right? If you say, all right, Jimmy, you're one of them liberals, like, I'm not a liberal, like, I'm not registered in that capacity or whatever. But even if you think I am a liberal, guess what? I really don't even, like,
I don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm here to speak to people that understand the language that I'm speaking, right? Because when I speak about Bitcoin, I'm speaking specifically about Bitcoin, but my language is layered, and that's on purpose, right? It's for people, it's only built for Cuban links, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all may get that, some of y'all may not get that. But at the end of the day, man, I want good money, right? I want to get paid in Bitcoin, right? I want, when I create value, I want people to bring me my money.
Tell them to bring me my money.
But do it with Bitcoin, right? Pay me in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Because so I'm all in as it pertains to Bitcoin, but I also have an understanding that if it's to be good money for me, my enemies may need to use it too. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have any enemies though. Sounds crazy to say that. I mean, I'm all about love, man. I'm in the world to spread love and talk about sats and just have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all is too, y'all wound too tight. Y'all doing too much, man. Y'all just gotta relax. Please relax, man. Just relax.
Relax.
We'll see who's the next leader of the free world. But either way, we're gonna have to stack these sats. If he wins, if she wins, like, they both gonna print money, and we're gonna have to stack these sats. Stay focused on the mission. Understand what Bitcoin is. Understand why Bitcoin has to be a part of your portfolio. You know what I mean? But also, like, really get involved on a local level and understand why politics is important too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that politics isn't important. I'm not one of these people that say withhold your vote until we get this, that, and the third, right? You can do that all you want to, but at the end of the day, I see laws being passed that affect people's families. I see judges who are elected affect people's families. Everything from a traffic court judge, right, to a city commissioner. I see all these things happening. And people feel like they have no voice. Now, do I believe that you need to organize? Absolutely, you need to organize. But voting on a local level is very important. And even as it pertains to Bitcoin, right? Even as it pertains to Bitcoin. It's because Bitcoin, as you can see, over the last like decade or so, has become a bigger conversation as it pertains to people running for office. They're being asked about Bitcoin. Because at the end of the day, just like Bitcoin is for your enemies, Bitcoin doesn't care about your feelings. So some of the people that are now like, pandering to Bitcoiners in the past that they didn't care about Bitcoin, you see it with BlackRock, you see it with Fidelity, like you see all the big banks who used to, you just go back and see what they used to say about Bitcoin and see how they're speaking about Bitcoin now. Because again, just like it's for your enemies, doesn't care about your feelings, doesn't care about your beliefs. It's math, it's a protocol, it's going to continue to work. And as long as you understand that, get busy stacking, man. So I just want to make this quick video. Leave me some comments, some feedback. If you hate it, tell me that too. It's cool. Love you anyway. If you agree with what I'm saying, let me know that too. If you just want to have a conversation about some of the ideas, concepts, or thoughts that I brought up in this specific episode, please share them with me, man. I'm always willing to talk, and I love talking about Bitcoin. Is my favorite thing to talk about. Is Bitcoin, books. That's my bag right there. Bitcoin, books, and great TV shows, great writing. So with all that being said, man, please do me a favor. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubing and stuff. Pull Up Friday. We give away anywhere between 35,000 and 40,000 Satoshis every single Friday. All you have to do is be a part of our live audience, get put into the drawing to try to win some free Bitcoin or some free Satoshis, I shall say. And man, it is what it is, man. By the time you watch this, we'll have a new president. Who it is, I don't know. But guess what's going to happen tomorrow, regardless of who's in office? I'll be stacking sats. And I say that to say, stack sats or die trying. Peace.